Welcome to Blood in the Snow Radio, where we give you the latest news and interviews with the best in Canadian genre cinema. Here are your hosts, Robert Bellamy and Festival Director Kelly Michael Stewart.
We are back with Bits Radio. I am one of the hosts, Rob Bellamy.
And I'm Kelly Michael Stewart.
And we are here with a gentleman from Tingling. So,
yes, a man SAMR video spirals from soothing whispers to an unsettling terror as he drifts towards sleep.
Yes, I'll get you to introduce yourselves and then your role on the project.
Hi, my name is Swaroop. I am the writer, co-writer and director of Tingling.
Hi, my name is Devyash Ranavat, and I am the co-writer, co-producer, and a cast member of Tingling.
And I now realize I said Tingle, didn't I? Yes.
I think you said Tingling.
Did I? Of course I said Tingling.
Of course,
and I will go back and edit that to make sure I did. Well, where did this idea come from? Because
Yeah, Dave should answer that. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I will answer that. It's kind of embarrassing, kind of fun, kind
those are
of
the best
spooky.
Those are the best stories.
All right, so I am not ashamed, slightly ashamed, to admit that I like sleeping while putting something on, like a white noise, but ASMR specifically just is very soothing, and I love watching or like listening to it. So I was watching one of these ASMR videos where someone's talking in a soothing voice and like cracking like their nails or tapping on some surface, but mostly their voice. Now I went off to sleep, I dozed off, and I suddenly felt something on my face, and I'm alone in my room. Okay, I'm alone in my
At
apartment.
least you thought you were.
Yes, exactly. Right. I don't know what presence was it, or is it just my mind playing games? I have no idea. But I woke up frozen. Like I froze, and that's where this idea came from.
Dang. That's a horror movie all on its own, though.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's pretty much the film.
Yeah, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it right now.
Well, if it makes you not feel alone, I'm actually fascinated with those types of videos and stuff like that, and I do watch quite a few of them. I think it's become very popular, so I think the film is very timely of like that. And I think this is the first time we've had a film at the festival that actually deals with that specifically, kind of like that. So it's very interesting that you've done that.
Well, Path Breaking is my middle name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Your parents knew.
Yeah.
No, see, ASMR, it's been fascinating for me. It's one of those things where I'll watch it for a couple minutes and go, I don't get it. And then I'll walk away. It's like, I got to go back and finish that. And it's oddly...
But everyone's is different, though. There's the crinkling thing doesn't do it. The soothing voice does it for me, but the crinkling doesn't. So it depends on what it is. Like everyone has their own thing for it.
Yeah, there are different styles, different genres. There's art ASMR as well, where someone's painting and you see crayon dropping and like scratching sounds and the picture is beautiful. So
there's a
one
whole
thing.
universe, untapped of these kind of streaming and people watching it in TikTok, and it's become a huge thing after TikTok, I would say, right? So this live streaming became a major thing, and so
I think it started with pimple popping.
Oh, yeah.
That's got to be it.
that's horror. That's
There's
horror.
horror right there.
There's some noises, yes.
Yeah, we've had a few of those kinds of movies. We've had a few pimple popping. Yeah. So you had the idea, and then so it came to you. So what?
Yeah. I have been making films for quite some time now. So I've never done a horror.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for the right story, more or less, and I've been asking people, do you have something, because nothing is striking me. And then this guy comes along, and as you rightly said, Kelly, that in most of the films that I do, I try to bring in something that's relevant. That I would like to document, like something that's relevant in the time that we are living in, in one sense. So when I heard this idea, I was like completely hooked. First thing, because ASMR is something that's happening right now, and horror on that would be lovely. That's what I thought, and I want to do this, and it's excited me like immediately. So I jumped on board, and we tried to figure out how to write it, and he wrote a draft, and that's how it happened. So and one of my closest partners in making film is the guy who does sound design for me. Like I've been working with him for the past 10 years, so he's really close. We are really close. And when I heard the story, he's going to have some fun with it. So that also added, like, it was something that I want to give back to him, because all the other time it would be just like, adding the follies and ambience and making it, just the right way. But here is a chance for him to do more as well. So I thought, I should.
Yeah, well, the sound design for this is so critical.
I was just
Than
going to say
anything
Yeah.
you can think of. Yeah,
So-
It's actually the protagonist of the film.
Right.
honestly.
it's true.
How much harder was it for sound design for this particular film? Because like you said, it's critical. Like with ASMR, you need.
Yeah, honestly, I have no idea, because he does it for me. Only he can answer how hard it was, because he has fun with sound. He does that. He's like a strange guy who is so obsessed with sound. So I'm very sure that he had so much fun. If it was more challenging, he would have had more fun. That's all. So I can't really answer that question. Sorry.
I think maybe this stems his ASMR career, I guess, if he's that into sound.
Oh, no doubt. That's a whole offshoot of production right there. So do you see this as part of a bigger picture? Because that's kind of what I meant about as a separate movie. You could have a movie about the making of this as a full feature.
Definitely. And you can answer that.
Not the making as a full feature, but we treat it as a proof of concept, because when I wrote it, there was a big, large context behind it, but we of course could not fit it into a 10-minute film, and the pennies and the cents that we put in, in terms of budget.
Yeah.
So yes, we do have a bigger idea to hopefully take it ahead. To give it a snapshot, maybe like to say it in one line, it's about a serial killer, an ASMR serial killer. A guy who goes around making one-way connections with ASMR artists, and when he actually meets them in person, they don't reciprocate, so he gets disappointed, and that stems to whole. Okay, I gave away too much, I guess.
No, that makes sense.
It's in a very early stage, but we are also trying to discover more of it and everything. And from what he said, this character had a lot of things. We had developed the character itself a lot, but we could only put in like so little into this film, because it's such a short film. So we actually feel like we didn't do enough for that character, in a way, because we wanted to do more about that, both characters, in that sense. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that is the fun, but also the limitations of a short film. Is you're trying to pack as much as you can in a short period of time, and a lot of things sometimes get dropped off. But honestly, just standalone watching, that was fun.
Thank
for
you.
killing movies.
You watched it?
Oh yes.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for watching it.
Yes.
Yeah. So
I give Robert the screeners ahead of time. So just give some context for we haven't screened the film yet at the festival. So just it's tonight. Yeah, that too.
Nice.
So we give a.
Well, I'm also a time traveler. I watched it yesterday.
Oh,
for
that's
me.
right too. I forgot
Yes.
that part. Yeah, time travel. Yeah.
Yes.
So how did the screening go?
Oh, it was amazing. You
Amazing.
wait. You're going to have a blast.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes. Just a hint, keep the pants on.
Yeah.
Anyway. So,
Can't promise anything.
what do you guys have planned for future projects? Because like I said, after watching that one, I'm very curious on what you guys are doing in the future.
I've been making films, a lot of films. So after we made Tingling this February 2025, February, March. And after that, I've already made like 2 other films.
Wow.
You don't slow down.
Yeah, the film is about a serial killer, but he's a serial filmmaker. He just goes on and on.
So
He will make film again.
Yes. So it's like the future is already here for me. Like when you ask what is there for me in the future, but I am finishing. I mean, I'm finished 2 of those films. One film is done and it's already out in festivals and it's premiering next week. And the other one, I just logged the edit today. I just logged the edit with the, everything's done, and I've sent him to send it off to the
post.
sound and music and whatever.
Wow,
that's-
fantastic.
Busy. That's good. You
Yeah, I
gotta
try
keep busy.
to I try to keep myself busy. So, but none of them are one is a drama and the other one is it's a supernatural comedy. So it's not
Right.
it's in that zone, but not really horror also. But yeah.
That works.
Yeah.
What about you, good sir?
I'm honestly looking forward to tonight, the screening. I want to see how it's received, and after that, I really want to work on like to build this universe and see how it goes, and probably approach a couple of people, more collaborators, maybe along with. Of course, Swaroop and I will be going and looking, or like hopefully networking with more people who would like to join us. But other than that, I'm an actor. My full-time job is auditioning.
Got it. Yep.
I wrote and acted and co-produced this other short film, which is a comedy. It's wrapped. Hopefully next year we're going to do festivals, rounds, and stuff.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for
Thank
being
you,
on the
Rob
show.
and Kelly.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Right.
Can't wait to see what you guys bring.
Yeah, thank you,
Thanks,
Blood in
man.
the Snow, for showing Tingling, and yeah, thank you, Kelly, and yeah, thank you, Rob.
Absolutely. So one thing. So Blood in the Snow. Okay. Swaroop called me, said we got selected in Blood in the Snow. I'm like, wow. Okay. And then I went to. This is my reaction. Wow. Okay. Because I moved to Canada like 6 years ago. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm not big into this market yet. So then I reached out to a couple of colleagues at work at Toronto Film School, and reached out to my a couple of friends in the company. I said, "Oh, my film got selected in Blood in the Snow." They were ecstatic.
He's going, I got into bits. Is that good?
They were thrilled, and a lot of them bought the tickets to come tonight. So
Oh,
I'm
great.
like-
Oh, good.
So thank you so much
Yeah.
for having us here.
Yeah, I just want to mention one last thing. I just want to mention a couple of people like Hannah, who's the other actor in the film, and she did a phenomenal job, and she couldn't be here. And
She does have an amazing voice.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we are so glad that she got a nomination for her performance in the film. And I also want to mention our DP, Jibin, who also did like an amazing job. He also couldn't be here. And the other two films I talked about, this was the first film that I made with him. And the other two films, I just kept him and we worked together. And hopefully...
When you find good people.
Yeah, so
He's really good.
Yeah.
All of them, everyone on the team. Like we had a very small team, but all of them were very impactful.
Yeah.
And Jay.
Yeah, Jay, who did the live sound and music, of course. Like he is also like a constant partner for me. And Gokul also did like a really amazing job, is what I feel. But I just want to thank them also right now. Yeah.
Excellent.
Great.
Well, they won't be disappointed when they see the final product, especially on the big screen. Guys, thank you again.
Thanks, Rob.
All right.
Thanks, Kelly.
Join us next time for Blood in the Snow Radio. Bits Radio is a production of Three Evil Cats Productions in association with the Blood in the Snow Canadian Film Festival. For more information and to listen to other episodes, visit bloodinthesnow.ca and tweet us at BitsFilmFest. Music by Jen Gorman, produced and edited by Kelly Michael Stewart. I am